All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I'll bet that. Ooh.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JayH. How you doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. We're going to talk about money today. We're going to talk about the raises, the COLAs, and the step increases. And I'm going to show you something most people do not want to admit. If your raise is smaller than inflation, you effectively got a pay cut. I don't care what your email says. I don't care what your supervisor says. I don't care what the union releases. Your dollar is shrinking. And before we're out there sitting here trying to make it seem right because of the different steps with the step 1 and the step 2 carriers and the step 3, people are paying more for gas. People are packing lunches because groceries, going to buy them at the store, are insane. And rent is off the chain right now. Mortgages, even if you have a mortgage, the taxes have gone up, everything. So I'm going to break this down with some real numbers, not what they want to show you. Because the reality is, let me see what we got here. Bam. There it is. Your letter carrier pay schedule. So what inflation actually did is back in 2021, it went up 7%. In 2022, it went up 8%. In 2023, it went up 5%. So that's basically 20% total price increase in 3 years, right? Cool. Now, did your raises keep up? Well, there you go. You taking a look. You see what you guys got here? You have the different COLAs and all this other good stuff. So with your letter carrier numbers, right? This guy's actually going to go back a little bit, but between 2021 and 2024, let's say you're a city carrier step O, your top pay back then in 2021 was about $68,000. In 2024, your step O is about $71,900. That is $3,900 over 3 years. The only problem is that the cost of living went up about 20%. So to break even with inflation, step O should be around 81,000 plus. So now you're down about $9,000 in purchasing power. Able to carriers hired after, was it 2013? They're even worse. The new carriers, they started lower. The raises have not closed the gap. Both city carriers got a raise, but their paychecks overall has bought less. And if you're a CCA, where the hell y'all at? There they go. If you're a CCA, you're basically donating free labor to the economy, right? So let me see if I can yank up the APWU. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can yank up the APWU over here, and so you could actually see. And this is also good for anybody that's actually watching that doesn't know what the top steps for every craft is as well. So you guys want to tell people, hey, what's the most money? What's the most money? Look, these here we go. These will tell you what you can get and what you can't get. All right. So back in 2021, the top step was a P clerk. I believe it was around $72,000. And 2024, it was about $74,000. Now, I ain't got my glasses on, so I can't see. But the difference was only like $2,000 on paper. And in real life, that was about $7,000 of buying power. Now, somewhere in here, we think we got the PSEs, down here. Yeah, they're all the way at the bottom. Yeah, that sucks, right? They're stuck with temp status while inflation basically hits them in the paycheck every shift. So the real math is the inflation has gone up about 20%. Don't quote me on these numbers. This is about between 2021 and where we're at right now. We're almost in 2026. And our average raises amongst all these crafts is about 5% average. The difference is about 15% of buying power. That is a pay cut. There is no other way to slice that. But Jay, we get a cola. Yes, I thank God for the cola, and without the cola, we'd probably be homeless right now. And there are letter carriers that are homeless. But the cola, the cost of living adjustment, has not kept pace with the real world. It just patches the wound that doesn't heal it. And what you will hear is that you should be grateful because there's a lot of other people that do not get COLAs, cost of living adjustments. There's a lot of other people that don't get raises, and we do get a lot of raises. But I am getting bit by a goddamn mosquito trying to do this video. But the real world scenario is that bread used to cost about $2.25. Now bread costs $4 and some change. Gas used to cost about $2.80. We're up to about $3.50 to $5 a gallon. If you in California, y'all should be walking. Eggs used to cost about $1.20 to $2. Right now, they're anywhere between $3.50 and $6. The wages only went up a few percent, while everything else has skyrocketed. So you tell me who's winning? Who's really winning? Not the people that's been there for 25 plus years. Not the people that are at top step. They're hurting. But the plain point here is that the assistants, which are the CCAs, the PSEs, the RCAs, the new hire. Let me see if I can yank up the mail handler. The mail handler's chart. Oh yeah, we got the mail handler. All right, so I can't really zoom. Actually, maybe I could. Mail handlers. That's okay. Mail handlers. They hurting as well. So if you got people that are single parents that can't afford to live close to their station, and this happens where I'm at. People drive 30 plus miles each way. That's the future of the Postal Service. Right? Because they hiring people in basically a second tier. The ones that keep quitting because the math does not work for them. We replaced retirement basically with retention chaos, to say the least, because if people can't stay, the retention rate, if people can't stay because they can't afford it, the retention rate, it drops, the quitting rate goes up, and that costs them more. So if the Postal Service wants faster delivery, like I hear the guy saying, reliable coverage, nationwide service, then the Postal Service needs to think about workers who can afford to stay, because we can mix this up and we can sit here and talk to the presidents and the vice presidents of all these different unions, but at the reality is that we're training people for Amazon and UPS. We're bleeding skill. We're losing knowledge, and turnover is costing the Postal Service more than raises ever would. So, and some of y'all don't understand what I mean by that, but just to hire somebody, it's costing an average around $4,000 per person. And I believe I heard somebody in another video saying that we have, it was just ridiculous. We're losing like 7 out of 10 hires right now. That's crazy. Retention is cheaper than constantly hiring. That's business 101. It really is. Basically, the takeaway is that they're saying, hey, and I hear this amongst my own peers, you got a raise, so you should be grateful. No, a raise does not beat the inflation. A shrinking paycheck means a shrinking future, a shrinking workforce. And I just watched this video, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have as well, because they forced everybody to watch it with the new PMG that saying that he wants our service to go up. Well, and USPS to lead the national service, right? Well, we're leading right now, basically on discounted labor. You know, we deserve pay that keeps up with how America is actually moving right now. Now, people read my comments. So here's my thing. If you feel this at any way, let me go back to here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna scroll right down. You see this? Mail handlers make less than everybody else. It hurts. It hurts for them. And this is most recent. See that? But if you feel this video whatsoever, and this is not to put nobody on the spot, but let me know in the comments how inflation has hit you personally. You know, let me know what step you're on. You know, if you're on step 1, step 2, you know, what table you on as well. And what is your cost of living compared to from 3 years ago? Because I always take the data that you guys feed me. Tell your story. Tell your truth, because I read everything. I don't use AI to read my stuff. You know, I just need the uppers to know that the Postal Service doesn't just run on equipment. It runs on the people. If they want better service, they need to pay workers better. I'm gonna keep saying what other people won't. Y'all are gonna keep fussing in the comments, and there's always 2 people that give you thumbs down. That it's cute. I don't know why. If you took the time to watch my video, I appreciate you giving me the views. But you're in the minority. You are. I'm gonna keep saying what other people won't, because a lot of people don't realize that your paycheck deserves a voice. And I don't care what other people in other on other platforms say, that postal family and they're the voice of the voiceless. Yeah, I've been saying that for years, because I am that guy. I made this cool, and I'm here to make sure that your voices are heard. And there are people that are not gonna like that, but at the end of the day, all I hear is talk, and I don't sweat that. I got a mosquito biting my damn legs, and I regret that. This is JayH, and I'm out.
All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.